All right, we want to look at this particular question. Is a logarithm question. All right, we have to use log table to solve this without the use of calculator. So what do we do? All right, so we use number and log. Okay. All right, so this is number log. Always start from the top left. After this number, you pick this, then come to this and this. All right, and do not forget the rule. Multiplication means you add. All right, division means you subtract. Then a power, like power of 5, means multiply by 5. Then a root, like fourth root, means divide by 4. So these are the techniques you should remember. Multiplication, you add. Division, you subtract. Power, you multiply. Then root, you divide. Okay. Now we start from this place here. This is 175.4, and this is raised to the power of 2. Now if you want to get the log of this number, you count how many times this decimal point will be moved to the back until you get the first digit. You can see where this decimal point is. I still have 3 digits, so I'll need to move again until I have the first digit. So let's count how many times we'll move. So from here, if we move here, that is 1. Move again, that is 2. So the characteristics of that number is 2. So you write 2 points. Then from your log table, what you check is 17 under 5, the difference of 4. All the difference you always add. Okay, so let's get 17 under 5. 17 under 5 is 2, 4, 3, 0. Then plus. So when you move to your log table, that same line of 17 down to the difference of 4, you get a 10. So this is 10. All right, so when you add these numbers, this is 0, and this is 4, you have 4, 2, giving you 2, 4, 4, 0. So we have that here, 2, 4, 4, 0. Now there is a power of 2 here, so we'll multiply this by 2 times 2. So that will give us, this is 0, this is 8, 8. Then I have a 4 here, and this is 4 with my decimal points. Okay. Meanwhile, note you can use calculator to just multiply this by 2 direct. Calculator will give you this. All right. Now let's go to the second number, 36.8. So you do that down here. It continues this way. So 36.8. This number does not have a power, it does not have a root, so we are not multiplying, we are not dividing. So let's get the characteristics. So we are going to move this 1 time. Okay, so that is 1. No any other digit here, so our characteristics is 1 point. So we check from our log table, 36 under 8. 36 under 8, that will give us 5, 6, 5, 8. So we have that. So the next thing now is these two results. Because this is multiplication, we're going to add the two results. Okay, so you add this that way. So when you add, you have 8, 3. Okay, this is 5. This is 10, 0, carry 1. 4 plus this 5 plus that one 6. All right, these two numbers you could just add them using calculator as well. Calculator will give you this answer. So we are done. This is our numerator. This is our numerator. Okay, the value of this is it. Now we'll go down to the denominator. All right. Now for the denominator, let's extend this. So the first number is 3.04. We'll do that. Then 1.976. Whatever we get for this, multiply by 2. Then the result will be added to the log of 3.04. So let's start with 3.04. So here now we have 3.04. Now you can see where the decimal point is. There's no number to shift it to. All right. So our characteristics of this number is 0. So 0 point, because we didn't shift. So that's why we're having 0. 0.48. Then we'll have 29. All right. So we're done with that. Then we'll go to the second number. Second number is 1.976. All right. And do that here. 1.976 and it's raised to the power of 2. It's raised to the power of 2. So the characteristics of this number, we are not going to shift, so it will still be 0 as well. 0 points. So we check 19 under 7, difference 6. 19 under 7. All right. Give us, let's do that somewhere here, far away. It was 2945. 19 under 7. Okay, 19 under 7. 2945. Then difference 6. That gives us a 13. So when we add this, we have an 8, 5. Then 2. This is 9. So that's our value. Okay, so we have 2958. 2958. Now because of this power, we are going to multiply this by 2 times 2. Okay, remember what we said, calculator can be used to multiply this. All right, so when you multiply, you have 16 here, 10, this is 11, 18, 19, 4, this is 5 points. 2 times 0, we have 0. So this is the result. So this result now will be added to this result here, okay? Because all right, this result here will be added to this result because they are connected by multiplication. So we can do that here. Just rule a line here. Then we'll have 0.4829 plus 0.5916. So let's add this. We add this here, have a 15, 5. Okay, this is 2, 3 plus that one, we have a 4. This is 17, 9, 10 points. 1 added to this 1, so here is 1. Okay, take note, this is just rough work. Okay, all right, well, we have this now. So this is our result for the denominator. Let's see what we do. Now the denominator has a square root that covers everything. So it means we are going to divide by 2, okay, because of the square root. So let's get that result. So this result now, which is equal to 1.0745 divided by 2. Okay, so you could use calculator again to divide this. When you punch this divided by 2, calculator gives 0.53725. You have to round this up to 4 decimal places. Okay, 4 decimal. So that will be, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 can be rounded up to 1. Add it to this, you have a 3. So we have it as 0.53 373. So this result for denominator. So we know that the final result for denominator and for numerator will be subtracted. This is the final result for numerator. Okay, so for numerator we'll have this, for denominator we'll have this, so we're going to subtract. All right, so let's extend this down this way. So we could now say numerator divided by denominator, everything is raised to the power of 5 first, then finally fourth root. Okay, so let's do our denominator divided by our numerator divided by denominator. So the result for numerator is 6.05. I have 3 8s, then minus my denominator is this 0.5373. So I'm going to subtract this now. Okay, so when I subtract, here's a 5, here is a 6, here is a 1, here is a 5 point, have to borrow, so here becomes 5. Okay, like I said again, you can use calculator to do this minus this, it will give you this. All right, so this result now we're going to multiply it by 5, divide it by 4. So we'll have it as 5.5165 times 5. Okay, because of this, then divided by 4. 4 is the root, so everything divided by 4. So when you multiply this by 5, divide by 4, which calculator can do straight away, you are going to get 6.8956. Okay, always round up to 4 decimal places. Even if calculator gives you other values, you count 1 2 3 4, then the fifth, if it can be rounded up to 1, you round up to 1 to add. Otherwise you leave it the way the 4 decimal places will look. Okay, now we're done with this. Next is to take antilog. Okay, so antilog this way, which is antilog. Please, our advice in taking antilog, make sure you really check that you have flipped to the antilog page. Don't stay on the logarithm of numbers page and check antilog. You'll get a wrong answer. And one way to know if you're actually checking the antilog table is to check all antilogs start with point something. Okay, so you see point something something. For this particular value, we're going to check 0.89 under 5 difference 6. Okay, so 0.89 under 5 difference 6. When we check 0.89 under 5, we're going to get 7852. Then difference 6 will give us 11. So when we add this, we have 7863. All right, 7863. So this value now, we'll write it here, but in between the first and second, we'll put a decimal point. Okay, so that becomes here now 7.863, then times 10 to the power of. So you check the number you have before the decimal point, tells you the power of 10. So here we have a 6, so our power of 10 will be 6. This is 6 now. Okay, so when you evaluate that down here, okay, now that to get our final answer, you have it as 7.863 multiplied by 10 power 6 means 1 followed by 6 zeros. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Of course, if you punch your calculator 10 power 6, it's going to give you this, okay, which is 1 million. So you can now punch 7.863 times 1 million. The final answer will be 7863. Then you have 4 zeros, 1 2 3 zeros rather. So when you put your commas appropriately. This is 7,863,000. This is your final answer. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.